Welcome back to today's morning report. Charts appraisals on Monday the 6th of July with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Hantech Markets. Moving on to dollar yen, and dollar yen, another fascinating move lower on dollar yen that's sort of opened around the 22 figure level, and then fell away to 21.72, but then rallied again quite sharply intraday as the sort of as the safe haven sort of trades started to unwind today. And we're still effectively, I think, playing out this basing process. Yeah, I mean, you get these slight intraday moves below that 22 big figure mark, but I still think this is how this is playing out. I think that it's going to come back and form a low around that level and then pull away again. And the fact that we've had two sort of sharp moves lower on the last two Mondays that are sort of holding on, really. I think that is indicative of a bout of dollar strength that you're seeing, actually, and I don't think you're going to get too much more yen strength. I still think this is part of this basing process. Now look at this on the hourly chart. You can see obviously that sharp move lower at the open today, fell to 21.72, but you've now unwound that gap, interestingly, and you've now filled it. So if you can start to see dollar yen closing above 22.70, I think that could be quite a significant move, because that would suggest you're closing that gap that we had at the open today. Now the big resistance overhead comes in at 23.20, which is this old pivot level, actually, around that 38.2% fib level. Sorry, excuse me. Around that 38.2% fib level of the big rally. That is a long-term. I say long-term. That's over the last month or so, at least. It's a level that continues to be used time and time again as a pivot point on this range phase that we've got going through here. So that is obviously your resistance overhead. Near term, you'd say that obviously the fact that you're sort of seeing a sequence of lower highs and lower lows, you'd be putting pressure on the downside and using rallies as a chance to sell. That's a downtrend that doesn't. It's not too bad, actually. But if you start to see that downtrend being broken, then certainly I would say that, again, that would be part of this whole improvement process. And if you, obviously that downtrend comes in now below 22.70. So if you were to see it close above 22.70, then that would be, again, indicative of you sort of breaking that, of you seeing a downtrend broken on that. Also, you'd see the RSI picking up. MACD lines have already crossed over and are rising. Stochastics are sort of fairly indicative of a range-bound play still. So I don't really think that the downside pressure is too significant here, and I think the dollar yen is in the process of a recovery once more. It's pretty similar to what we saw last Monday, I think, Monday and Tuesday last week, where you saw sort of this selling pressure just dissipating and then started to get a rally again. I think you could well see that start to come through once more as this sort of range continued. So I wish you good luck in your trading on dollar yen, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.